welcome in, listeners. This is Margin Mavens, a podcast hosted by Steph and Kayla, where we yap about books and get to chat with great guests. Today's episode is about Bloodmade by L.M. Fern, a fantasy novel that follows Katria Miller as she tries to navigate the airs in sea ships and turbulent political battles. Now make sure to grab a snack and a drink, unless you're driving, then 10 and 2, and come hang out with us while we dive in. This book was fun. I enjoyed it. It's been a while now since I've read it.
Same.
So some of the details are a little foggy. But I like the concept of a female captain.
Mm-hmm.
She's
of an airship.
Of an airship.
Which is
not
amazing.
A regular ship.
No, an airship.
She has a best friend who, for reasons that we get into as the book progresses, is able to basically bond with the ship, and he is able to kind of view it as an extension of himself, and so he's able to help her fly it and navigate and,
power it and
all of the things. She, for the last couple years, has been entering into a application or a competition, sort of, without the competing part. It's just applications of getting to captain a commercial airship, or one of the big ones.
For the government.
But for the government, because it is obviously better money. Mm-hmm. When she finally gets accepted, right after her ship gets destroyed by some freak storm. Mm-hmm. When she gets accepted, she finds out that her crewmates, the people that are basically family to her, will not be able to go on this ship with her. And she's kind of fumbling around with that, right? And things immediately get kind of murky, because when we get to their POV, they got a letter from her basically saying, have a good life, can't be on the ship with you. Here's some coin.
Yep.
I'm dipping, right? And they found this a little odd, I think, as anybody would. If I got a letter.
They were also pretty mad about it, too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they found it odd, but they were also
pissed. Rightfully so.
About it. Yeah.
Because this is their bestie. Yeah. And she has basically abandoned them. And basically was like, all of our time spent together can be summed up with this coin. Here you go. And as the book kind of progresses, we find out that she was not the one that sent the letter. Nope. We've got the, high captain, or whatever his title is.
He's a butthead.
He's a butthead is his high title. Senor Butthead. And we find out that he was the one that actually sent the letter, and that there's kind of bigger cards at play here, because there is a under the table illegal operation to kind of harvest blood, because it is the blood of these people that they're trying to use to create a different version of navigators. And her bestie ends up part of this issue, because he's got a bounty hunter coming after him. And things, I think, just get very complicated very quickly. There's kind of this underlying current of romance between her and the navigator. Mm-hmm. We start finding out that she also has navigator blood, and she kind of has to deal with the internalized stigma that she has, because she was my bestie's a navigator, I can't be racist. And then when she starts thinking that she might be a navigator, she has to kind of deal with the oh crap, I might be a little racist.
Right.
Which is an interesting subplot within this fantasy novel. I think I really enjoyed seeing in real time kind of what that would look like, because you're always willing to say that you're accepting and say that you are open to, an experience or whatever, but until it is your experience, you won't ever really truly know.
Correct.
I'm trying to think. It was a pretty short read. I think I got through it pretty quickly.
It was probably a good, couple hours.
Yeah. It ends with Katria having, a crazy amount of ships bonded to her. Because it was the only way to keep them from crashing through the sky and killing
Yeah.
everybody aboard, because she dealt with the Senor Butthead.
Correct.
And then the book ends. That's all we
Yeah,
get.
it's like the main plot point of the book is resolved, but there's still a lot of questions left to be answered.
Yeah, because her navigator bestie, who I forgot his name, which is why I keep
Ian.
just saying navigate.
I think it was Ian.
He is going off on a mission to figure out what happened to his family, figure out where he comes from, because he finds out that his blood is not like regular blood. He wasn't like manufactured to be a navigator. It's something within his blood.
He was born that way.
And yeah, Lady Gaga. So he's off to do that. She's off to kind of figure out how to fix the system. Mm-hmm. And she's hopefully going to do it, you know, from the inside, and hopefully that works out, because we never see anything go bad when you go into a system to fix it. Everything always works out constantly.
Mm-hmm.
The
world building was really wonderful. I enjoyed it.
Like, I did get a little overwhelmed.
A little bit, but like it painted a really good picture of like what we're dealing with, and you know, the differences between how navigators are treated. Because most of them, you know, are manufactured, so they're viewed as less than because they're criminals.
Yep. That is the important key, is that they are criminals given a chance to basically like pay off for whatever sins they've committed by becoming a navigator. Because the whole crux of the problem is that once you are bound to a ship, right, if anything happens to that ship, you feel it, it becomes, you know, a part of you, and it's an incredibly dangerous job to do. Yep. And they are basically pushed aside to the outskirts of society. Their tattoo parlors and their places of business are all put together in one spot so that they can all be able to do what they need to do outside of the grasp of society. When they are out and about, they're expected to be subservient, so they're not meant to look up, they're not meant to make eye contact, they are fully like not even viewed as like their own people. So there is kind of that conversation of hierarchies and almost like indentured servitude, which obviously is not great.
No, but it's still kind of happening, like, if you parallel it with the real world, like, you have incarcerated inmates who are, like, in California, expected to help fight wildfires and, like, put their lives on the line to maybe make pennies that they can then use in the prison. It's really kind of very similar.
Even within the prison system and stuff, you have all of these different like roles and jobs that they're given under the semblance of like, here's a job, but they're still not the ones, you know, within power and within control of their situation. So apparently, because we get the insider scoop always, there is another book within this world, but we are not sure anything else.
Yeah, we know nothing. We are Jon Snow.
Yeah.
We know nothing.
We know nothing.
We do know that you should read the book, though.
Yeah.
So that we can get
the second book.
More.
Because especially smaller authors, they need the money.
Yeah.
They need the revenue from their hard work in order to
support your indie authors.
Yeah, in order to be able to afford to do a second and third and, you know, whatever case may be.
Correct.
But yeah, I read this book towards the beginning of May. By this point, it's the beginning of June, so it's a little bit since the finishing of it, and so I know that like I'm probably a little foggy with some of the intricacies.
I mean, I think we've covered, like, you did a really good job, like, going over the plot and things.
Thanks.
I don't think there's anything specific. Like there's there's probably little details here and there, but nothing that like
read the book, guys, and let us know what questions we did not answer, because we probably will answer them if you have them. But I guess kind of what I want to talk about, because we talked about this off camera and everything, but this is our first official episode, just us together for season 3, which is pretty exciting. The podcast has now existed for a little over a year. And that kind of blows my mind a little bit in terms of like what we've been able to accomplish, and kind of the fact that it hasn't felt like work has been really cool. With season 3, we do have kind of some changes. So you'll be getting weekly episodes with just us. And then throughout that, you'll also still be getting the episodes with guests and the like throwback episodes and stuff like that. We are working behind the scenes to kind of make it more consistent, but also less stressful for us in terms of how often we need to read and stuff like that. So that'll be pretty exciting to get it kind of handled. Now more than ever is the best time to let us know if there are books that you want us to read, because the beginning of a season is always the best time to tell me, because I will squeeze it in wherever I need to squeeze it in.
We'll find a spot for it. We'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen. The week that this is coming out, I believe we have our episode about Redwall, which was a cute little book that we recorded. And you would have already seen our episode with Heaven about Bride by Ellie Hazelwood, which I'm super excited to talk about, because that was my introduction to Ellie Hazelwood as well.
Yeah.
Apart from that, if you haven't subscribed to our Patreon, you'll be excited to hear that there's a free tier and then there's a paid tier. The paid tier gets extra book content. The free tier gets monthly wrap-ups and, posts here and there. Both tiers, I believe, get access to the Discord. Kayla can correct me if anything. I think the Discord's open to everyone, but there's a section for...
There's a specific section for Patreon pals.
Yeah.
And I believe it's set only for those that pay for it.
Kayla knows more than me about that.
I do.
But yeah, feel free. Un poquitito.
Yeah.
Feel free to let us know what you want us to read. We're excited to start season 3 officially, and we're excited to kind of see where this goes. We have a bunch of really exciting guests for this season that I'm not gonna say, but just know I'm very excited about it. Yeah. This is what you got. Stay tuned. We can't say nothing yet. Drink water. Make good choices that are right for you. Remember that you're loved. We're proud of you. And no is a full sentence. Goodbye.